I'm Joel, and this is my presentation regarding which country out of South Africa, Mexico, and Ireland would be the best choice to locate a men's designer suits company. Men's designer suits are high-end tailored garments crafted with the focus on quality, exclusivity, and craftsmanship. Their production involves several key attributes that distinguish them from mass-market suits. These attributes include the following. 1. Fabric selection, which includes a few considerations. What materials do you want to use? Most premium suits are made from high-quality fabrics such as wool, cashmere, silk, mohair, or linen. How about the weave and texture? Fabrics like worsted wool, tweed, herringbone, and flannel provide different textures and characteristics. And of course, there's sourcing, which is what this presentation is about. Many luxury brands source from renowned mills for exclusivity. Pricing is also an important concern. Designer suits can range from $2,000 to $10,000 plus, depending on the brand and exclusivity. It should be mentioned that high-end suits last longer due to superior craftsmanship and materials, so buyers may consider them a long-term investment. Lastly, you must decide whether you want the suits to be full canvas, half canvas, or fused. A full canvas allows the suit fabric to drape naturally and conform to the wearer's body over time, providing superior fit and structure, excellent durability, and natural breathability for comfort. However, full canvas suits are more expensive and slower to produce. Half canvas suits also feature a canvas layer sewn into the chest and lapel area, but it does not extend to the bottom of the jacket. These suits are less expensive than full canvas ones, but tend to be of lower quality. Fused suits do not feature a sewn canvas, instead using a synthetic interfacing layer that is glued, or fused, to the fabric. These are cheap and easy to mass produce, but can lack structure and appear stiff. For my brand, I'm going with half canvas suits, balancing the fit and comfort of full canvas with the ease of production of fused suits. Branding is another important consideration. What is the name of the brand? And what are the brand's core values? Craftsmanship, heritage, exclusivity, modernity? Not to give my answer away to the question of the presentation, but my fictitious designer suit brand would be named Aristocrata and focus on heritage while projecting a luxurious image to lure in buyers. So, where oh where? Mexico, South Africa, or Ireland? Each country has different policies in place that affect how effectively a designer suit company can operate. Many factors must be considered to find the best fit. Let's break it down point by point. Let's first consider what wages we would be paying our workers. South Africa has a relatively low wage rate for labor compared to Mexico and Ireland. However, skilled labor, especially in the textile and fashion industries, is more limited. While the country has a skilled workforce in some sectors, I would have to invest in training. Mexico offers a large, skilled labor force for manufacturing and has competitive wage rates. The country is also already well known for its apparel manufacturing. Ireland has a highly skilled labor force, but wage rates are the highest among the three options. This might make production costs significantly higher unless you focus on automation to reduce labor dependency. Next, let's look at what tariffs these countries have in place. South Africa has a relatively high tariff system in place, as all clothing imported into South Africa is subject to a 45% import duty plus a 15% value-added tax. Meanwhile, Mexico has low or no tariffs with countries that are part of the USMCA. As part of the European Union, Ireland benefits from the free movement of goods within the EU and favorable tariff conditions for trade between EU countries. However, textile products are hit with a 23% value-added tax. Next is overall costs. Costs in South Africa, both operational and labor, are generally low compared to Mexico and Ireland, but this comes with trade-offs in terms of quality and the availability of skilled labor. Mexico strikes a balance between relatively low operational costs and high-quality manufacturing expertise, especially for textile production. The overall costs are moderate compared to South Africa and Ireland. Operating costs in Ireland are high, especially labor and real estate costs. though this could be offset by the favorable business environment and access to European markets. While each country has its strengths and weaknesses in this area, I believe that Mexico is the best choice, offering a great balance of cost, quality, and experience. While South Africa has the lowest costs, their lack of presence in the designer suit market complicates things. Now we need to look at how each country approaches intellectual property issues. Men's designer suits contain significant amounts of intellectual property. Design patents, trademarks, and trade secrets are all forms of IP that a successful designer suit company cannot compromise on. South Africa has a relatively developed IP legal framework, which is based on international standards like the TRIPS agreement of the WTO. The country has laws covering patents, trademarks, copyrights, and design rights. However, they face challenges with enforcement, particularly in sectors like fashion and luxury goods. Mexico also has a well-established IP legal framework in line with international standards. As a member of various international agreements, including the TRIPS Agreement, USMCA, and the World Intellectual Property Organization, Mexico has comprehensive laws for patents, trademarks, and copyrights. Enforcement in Mexico has historically been weaker compared to more developed countries, but the government has recently ramped up efforts to fight counterfeiting and IP theft. As a member of the European Union, Ireland follows EU laws and regulations regarding intellectual property, which are some of the best in the world. The country has strong protections for trademarks, patents, copyrights, and designs. Enforcement in Ireland is strong due to both national laws and EU-wide regulations. Another vital aspect involves logistics and supply chains. South Africa has a growing logistics hub, but there can still be some inefficiencies due to customs delays and infrastructure issues. For businesses targeting African markets, it can be a key location, but the logistics infrastructure needs careful consideration. Mexico has a highly efficient logistics system, especially for businesses looking to export to the US or Latin America. The IMEX program, a government program that allows foreign companies to import goods duty-free to produce and export goods, simplifies customs for manufacturers, and its well-connected transport infrastructure supports quick and efficient movement of goods. Ireland's customs and logistics systems are highly efficient, particularly for businesses targeting the EU market. The integration with EU customs procedures and the country's advanced infrastructure make it an attractive location, boasting fast, cost-effective supply chains. One of our largest concerns is, of course, going to be taxes. South Africa has a corporate tax rate of 28% for most companies, though it can be lower for smaller businesses. The tax rate is somewhat higher compared to Ireland, but still competitive within Africa. Mexico applies a corporate tax rate of 30%, which is also slightly higher than Ireland, but comparable to many other developing countries. The rate applies to income from business activities, including manufacturing and assembly. Ireland has a low corporate tax rate of 12.5% on trading income, one of the most attractive rates in Europe. This rate applies to active businesses, making it favorable for those in apparel and textiles. So, where should I locate my designer suits company? I believe that it's a close call between Mexico and Ireland, but ultimately, Mexico wins out, as it seems to be the most balanced choice. Mexico offers competitive labor costs and a skilled, large workforce, strong logistical advantages for North American exports, and low tariffs under the USMCA. While Ireland offers strong labor laws and excellent standards, its higher operational costs are not ideal. Thus, Mexico just barely wins out. I hope this presentation sheds some light on the different environments these countries provide for businesses, and the complexities involved in figuring out what's best for any given company. Thank you all for listening.